Hey guys. Hopefully, you guys are participating in the MLPinball.com tournament that we're having. Best part about this is you're going to be able to play these tables for free for the next 10 days, or whenever you actually get started in the tournament. And if you're not familiar with Pinball Arcade, I wanted to show you that this is a start screen. You're going to click this controller and you're going to go to official tournaments. You'll be invited to the tournament, hopefully. And tournament rules are play and get the highest score in the 5 minutes on each of the tables. Hopefully by now they've got all the tables unlocked for you. If not, please go contact Pinball Joe. He'll be streaming all week at Pinball Joe on Twitch. You could find him that way, or I'm sure you could. There's an email to find him or whatnot. If you want to shoot me a message, I'll do my best to relay any info you need. The important thing on any tournament and any pinball machine is to understand the rules. I wanted to explain a few of the very big rules that are not exactly explained to this. So we're going to go to Big Shot to start. And I actually wanted to check one thing. Pretty sure I couldn't change the balls here. In previous tournament modes, you were able to change the ball setting to 3 balls in Big Shot. And the reason we do this is because we want to play on the very final ball. From what I've noticed, though, there is no changing of the defaults, so you're stuck on a 5-ball game. So we're going to plunge the first few balls because the bonus values on the first few balls are low. The goal of this table is to collect the bonus by hitting the drop targets, which are the balls, and you get between $1,000 and $3,000 points after you drain the ball or you complete the mode. So for most of you, you might want to start on ball 3 or ball 4. We, however, are trying for a top score, so we are going to just let it drain. And now we have 4 minutes and 28 seconds to finish the final ball. So each ball is now going to be worth 3,000. If you hit that center 8 ball, you open up the right gate, which will help you keep the ball in play. Nudging is very important in this game to keep it away from the slingshots, which are those right there. So you can see if the gate wasn't open, it would have gone into an outlane. Now the main goal in Big Shot is to try to get either solids or stripes completely finished. And we just drained the ball. So that's not a good game. So we're going to try it again. We got 49,930. As I was discussing, there are some rules here. Be with you 1 second, Barry. Let me finish this. So you'll ask me what happens when I get to 99999. It will circle back to 0 and you'll continue getting points. I think my current high score is 200 something. And the biggest issue, as far as I know, with Pinball Arcade still, is if you are still playing and you've rolled over the machine, it's only going to count what it shows. So if I've rolled over the machine and I'm now at 49930 and the game ends, I will only score 49930. So it's very important to drain all your balls at the end in order to get the score for Big Shot and I think Creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't think you could actually roll the machine on Creature of the Black Lagoon in 5 minutes, although I'm actually not positive on that either, so I've done it really quickly before. Of course, I'm wasting time here. You're 41st right now, Barry? That's awesome. Barry Man is participating in the tournament. He is 41st. Were you able to get all the tables yet, or is that still an issue? Yep. Well, that's why I'm explaining, Barry. Hopefully you'll gain something from this and be able to better your scores on it. Yep. Yeah, so the main thing you want to do on this table is you want to get it down to near the end balls. As I said, if you're not that great on it, you start on ball 4, you get the 2,000 points going, and you'll get to this point. I'm going to try to make a much better attempt at this ball. Can't make any promises, that is pinball, but we're going to try our best to score a high score here. Now, the one thing I definitely discussed with Pinball Joe when he was setting up this tournament was I didn't want the top place to get the prize straight up. We joined again, unfortunately. We'll get a good game here shortly, and that's the nice thing about this format is the games are quick. If you make a screw up, you can just reset it and go back to playing another table. You know, Joe, I've played and won several of the pinball PS4 tournaments, and Joe came to LA and was discussing with me what he thought was a good prize and whatnot. I explained to him, you know, we've got thousands of people already playing for no prize whatsoever. I didn't think that was a big deal, but I did want to point out that it would be unfair for there's a handful of people which have, you know, play Pinball Arcade really seriously and really good. And I said, you know what, I think it would be much better is if you just had us play the competition, but like, you know, a percentage would get a chance at, you know, the prize instead of the top people, because I could name on my finger on my hand how many people would actually be able to win first. So I'm glad he took that to heart, and he said, okay, well, let's just do a raffle for the top 50. And, you know, that puts a little less pressure on us, because quite often we're really pushing for first. And we're still going to really compete for first, I'm sure. But, you know, if I place in 6th or 10th or something, I could be like, well, in the raffle, I'm happy with that. I don't need to put too much time and effort in it. Well, we are kind of tired. We've been up playing real pinball for 4 hours, so you don't get magic. It's locked. Talk to Pinball Joe tomorrow, Barry. You could check him out at his Twitch channel tomorrow. If you guys are unfamiliar with Pinball Joe's channel, you should definitely check it out. And he's working as diligently as possible with the people which make this game to make everything we want to happen. There was a lot of issues I know today. At least it appears that people are able to have entered the tournament and they're able to play the tables they currently have unlocked. But thankfully you guys are all at the same setup. And hopefully it gets fixed soon. Hey Squeak, you should be in bed already. We are trying to show mainly the rollover. So I'm gonna do the safe route that I was suggesting to most of you guys. We're gonna play balls 4 and 5 instead. Because I'm a little too tired to be going for a top score, I feel, and we'll get there. So now ball 4 is here. You'll see the bonus value on the bottom has changed to the 2,000 mark. That means each of the balls we hit are going to be worth 2,000. Since this is a bonus game, it's very important you do your best not to tilt the machine, because if you tilt the machine, you get nada. That is not what we want on a bonus machine. Got a little lucky there, but we didn't touch and ended up working. Still don't have the 8-ball. The 8-ball can be tricky. Nice thing is we didn't need to worry about that ball so much because we got our ball 5 lined up. And let's see if we could have this last at least 2 minutes. Now, because you're on ball 5 now, you're going to be getting a lot of points anyways. I have to believe if you knock down a good amount of balls in this mode, we'll surpass anyone which doesn't know to get to ball 5 first. Although a lot of people are probably not getting the ball, not doing that well to keep the ball in play anyways. Once again, we're trying to get all the balls knocked down on one side. So it will be easier to get that left one than the bottom right one. But we got the bottom right one. Still need the 8-ball. And that is a problem, unfortunately. Oh, we've got all the balls knocked down with the right nudge. There we go. So you can see we've now lit the replay value, which will give us an extra ball and give us the whole bonus. Sure, now I get that. But we have to hit it. And you can get it from both sides. I like getting it from this side, although I am messing up the shot. And if you hit a slingshot, it changes where it goes. There we go, we hit it. So we just got that huge bonus. We're up to 96,000. Still got 2 minutes left. We got an extra ball too from that. So now we're going to hit the targets as much as possible. And if we get another shot, awesome. And careful to not tilt the machine. We got it again. And we're just not getting the shot, are we? Oops. Well, we drained, but we got all our bonus. We're up to 144,000. If you've gotten this far, you're probably going to be pretty high in the leaderboards, but we would like to get higher. And we just drained, unfortunately. With a minute 24 left, well, we got 172,000. We go to the scoring card, which we'll need to stop using our controller for a second. 172 would put you in the top 10. As you can see, we did 246 earlier. Pinball Wiz did 256. Obviously, if we had knocked down another set of the targets, we would have gotten up to the 250 mark, and we had enough time to surpass that. So very, very possible to score 300-ish, maybe even 400. Yeah, that's how you check the scores, and there is a website that goes for all the scores, although I think you have it, because there's no way to tell points on this for whatever reason. This is the new UI for Pinball Arcade. They haven't used it for tournaments yet, so thankfully we're kind of helping them figure out this. Yeah, just a little, Squeak. You were right there. You were right there. So that's the best strat to go. Like I said, depending on how good you are with the ball, you might want to start on ball 4, getting the points in ball 5. But that will hopefully get you guys a good score. I want to reward you guys for going in, searching, and finding out. As we said, there's a few other tables which roll over. I think El Dorado rolls over. Gorgar might roll over, I suppose. Heck, I could see you rolling over on other tables. We're gonna go for Attack from Mars, just doing a game of it. I don't think we've played a game yet. We're gonna look. If we have, we haven't done that good. 9 billion's pretty good. Squeak got 6.7. I forgot if I did better than this during the tournament, but as you can see, I'm somewhat decent on this game.
Return to battle, soldier.
Much better on PlayStation, but Attack from Mars. Got 5 minutes, so Rule of the Universe is pretty much out. It's not out, but it's not the best way to score points. My biggest theories on how to score points is Martian multi-ball with Total Annihilation. You might be able to score points in the Super Jackpot mode, depending on how well you shoot. But we're going to go for the Total Annihilation mode. It's probably the most solid mode there is to go for it. So, here we go. 5 minutes, Total Annihilation. We're going to use a super skill shot here at the start. You get the super skill shot by holding the left flipper. After you hold the left flipper, instead of going up to the pop bumpers, it goes all the way down the left flipper. And then if you hit a target within the first 3 or 5 seconds, you will complete a whole row to get Annihilation. Because you have to complete every single shot in the 4 shots. Obviously, if you complete the shots with the skill shot, you have 2 less shots to deal with. We are going to probably drain the first 2 balls after making the super skill shot to try to do this as quick as possible. So here we go. See, it comes down here, live catch, and then hopefully, there we go. So we're going to try that again. Did a drop catch there, or a dead pass. And now we've got that. I'm going for this shot right now, because it's one of the more tougher shots I deal with. And that way we have an easier shot trying to get quicker Total Annihilation. We are messing it up.
Destroy this sucker!
There we go, we got that. We're gonna just drain the ball. And our plan is, we should have shot the middle for 100 million, but we didn't. Gonna start this, and hopefully hit that shot. But I think we're out of time. Definitely out of time now. It's worth a try. Now we have to do it manually. When we complete this ramp one more time, we'll start Total Annihilation. We did do it with the aliens, but we want to rack it up as fast as possible, so. And we need to practice our shots anyway, so. Since we have not even hit a shot yet. Got the saucer. There we got 1 shot. Now these shots do build up, and you can get them up as high as like 250 million each. It's definitely something we'd like. But now we're down to 2 balls. Typically I decide to quit here, but we're on a little bit of a time crunch, so we don't want to do that. Although we've kind of lost our mojo there. So So we're gonna just drain and restart it, because 2 billion for us is not gonna get it done.
This is an emergency broadcast. The Earth is being invaded by flying saucers from Mars.
Go, got that.
Nothing can defeat us.
That is actually exactly what we wanted. We're gonna try for a left shot. Didn't get there, we're just gonna let it drain. Gonna try for that left ramp now. Missed it, but we got that, which is worthwhile. It's exactly what we wanted.
Look out! Martian!
That is not what we wanted, but we're gonna take it and try to get into total annihilation.
No time to pee. Blast those Martians.
Look out! More Martians!
So now we'll have a multi-ball to try to get the rest of these
Put these down.
shots. And if we complete total annihilation while this is going, they stack. Which is giving us an extra 10 million every time we hit one of the shots, which is really good with 4 balls.
That's all for now.
Gonna do a little post pass there. It's a very nice controlled pass to get to the right flipper in order to make that shot.
Total annihilation!
There's total annihilation. Hopefully we do a little better, as we've already pretty much surpassed our last game. The shots go up 5 million each shot, I believe, so. And we're getting 10 million each time we hit one of those aliens, so we're getting there. Now, at some point, we want to actually hit that long inner loop ramp,
Bristlehead!
because that's going to give us a lot of points.
Take that, Muppet-head!
As long as we keep this alive, we'll score a lot of points. That's the main goal.
Take that!
Up to 100
Bristlehead!
million a shot. Try for that inner loop. We missed it. Two minutes left and we're already up to 3.5, I think. Got a danger there, trying to maneuver the balls around. Just can't find that shot.
Extra ball!
There's the shot we were looking for. That's worth 1.5 billion at this point. Very important we keep all the balls in play we can. Keep the multi-ball going. And we just lost multi-ball.
You some ugly Martian!
We got 1.5 billion just off the Martians, as you saw. So now where do we get points? Nah, we're pretty screwed. We're gonna hopefully get a good bonus here, I guess, and that's about it. Maybe get a space shuttle. We do have an extra ball, if I recall. So we can go for a
Get your hands off me.
quick shot for another total annihilation, but we're pretty much tapped out.
We gotta save the Statue of Liberty! Blast the saucer!
Hurry up!
saucer out of the sky! Nobody messes with the USA!
Well, this is actually a pretty good game. We're gonna drain as soon as possible to collect our bonus, and that's pretty much the game.
Shoot again!
We'll try to get a super skill shot here. And drain again. And hopefully we get we got our bonus. 9.4 billion. I think that's slightly off the top game. So that's actually the top game right now. So our strategy worked, and we got paid off. We'll go to Creature now. I love Creature. You have to... It's a very precise game. There's only one way to really play it in a tournament. Yep, you just gotta get those shots, Squeak. Sometimes you're doing it, sometimes you're not. So this is another game that's gonna roll over, unfortunately. But like I said, I think in 5 minutes we're safe. The goal on Creature from the Black Lagoon is to spell film as soon as possible, get into multi-ball, get the super jackpot. Probably that's all we have time for. I don't even know what the top score is here. We're just gonna score as well as possible. And we're gonna stop right there, because we forgot we want to spell kiss right off the bat, which we plunged right there and we screwed it up.
And now, on with the show.
There we go. We got kiss, we got the eye. The hardest, that's going to get us M. The hardest target we have here are the 4 snack bar targets. And I typically like getting them this way, because we have to get up here and spell paid. And when you hit a pop bumper, you switch these around, and I like this little loop thing I get where I hit the inner target on the milkshake or the soda, whatever that is. And as you can see, we get lucky and we have one more shot at the soda pop. And we've got the snack bar. You could also hit the snack bar target, which you probably need to learn to get there on this. So now we've got film, we have to hit one of the 2 orbits, the kiss shot or the M shot. There we go. So we start a multi-ball. And one of the first things we're going to do is spell film as soon as possible. Not film, but we're going to increase the multiplier on the play field. And unfortunately, we drained the ball. But in this, we could restart multi-ball by hitting the snack bar. And we botched that. I wanted to drop the pop bumpers there. That's going to increase the jackpot. We actually just found the creature. Accidentally. We were going for the multiplier shot.
We are coming!
Again, we need the multiplier shot. This should spell it completely. We're gonna just try not to lose the ball, but we did. And that just blew everything. We're gonna have to restart and do it again. That's the problem with going to 4X, but I want to get to 4X on this.
And now, on with the show.
Yeah, the snack bar shot, I like going right here, and there's just a timing to it. And you can just cradle up again with a little nudge and hit it. I don't know if you need the nudge. We're gonna try here. Yeah, you need a nudge. You need a slight nudge in order to keep the ball on the flipper. But hopefully that helps you out, Barry. Yeah, if anyone has any questions on strategy or how to make a certain shot, I will be happy to assist. A lot of it's just feel. You get the feel over time. A lot of practice. But knowing what you're supposed to be trying for is also very helpful. Little nudge there keeps it there. Oops.
The snack bar is now open for your convenience.
Thank you. Enjoy the film.
And start it. Actually, the ball traps up pretty nicely on that flipper. At least on the ones I played. If you do this, the ball literally just lands right there. Now, can you make this ramp shot? That's a different question. And does it give you 3 letters in doing so? Probably not.
Let's try the next tunnel.
There's so many little imperfections on every real table. This is how things in a perfect world would play. But yeah, as Squeak pointed out, you're probably not getting the most amazing results that we are on this if you were trying these shots. Now, since this pinball's done quick, we are gonna kind of botch that shot. There she is. When you find the creature eventually, you want to rescue her, as it shows, by hitting that snack bar again. Snack bar is a very, very important shot. And then you get the jackpot by hitting the snack bar, which we failed at again. Now, as soon as you get the jackpot, we're gonna work on the pop bumpers.
Jackpot.
We are just failing at these shots right now. But you know what? If you keep the ball in play, you might have a shot. Unfortunately, we failed. And you could spell kiss again and get all the other things, but your time's pretty much up at this point. You could do this, get it up to 16 million. And hit the shot there. You can hit the drive-through. But this is going to be very, very... Move the car. This is not going to be anywhere close to the points you could get if we were to get the super jackpot twice in a game, which I believe is more than capable of doing.
Hurry up!
But this is probably the fastest points at this point in the game. So we're just going for it. Oops. And we can't even get the last shot and move your car. Hey, Steffi Pie. Hopefully you had some good luck. I noticed your name on the tournament boards. Congrats. I know you were first on Arabian Nights, above like 20 people at the beginning. And that's 463 on Creature. Not sure where that's going to put us, but that was basically our first attempt. And 463, yeah, is not going to be anywhere close. You could see Squeak definitely got a super jackpot or two. And looks like Pinball Wiz did pretty decent, but 463 is going to put us in 6th place. I'll take that. You can see most players are probably just trying to play the game. They might have gotten the jackpot. Here's Stuffy Pie right here. It takes a lot of work at getting good at this game. This is one of the tables I absolutely hated, actually. It took me a while to actually nail it down, and as you saw, I was struggling. I didn't even get the super jackpot on it. Alright, so now we're going to go to Dr. Dude. Now, I recall right, I played Dr. Dude earlier, and I did pretty good. It was a subpar game. We're going to try to do better this time. But we got second. That's pretty damn good. Dr. Dude is one of those games which, if you grew up or you were around in the 80s and 90s, bowling alleys and such, you know this game. You heard it. It was wonky. I just love the content in it. Nice, Barry. You saw your name. Once again, this is MLPinball.com's tournament. Top 50 are going to get thrown into a raffle to win a laptop. Top 100 are going to get thrown in for translights. I think the more people we get entered in the tournaments, the more translights there are to be had, which is amazing. So please, if you want to play Pinball Arcade and try it out, sign up at MLPinball.com. Go check out the Pinball Done Quick. They are doing great things for Doctors Without Borders, I believe is the what we're working with this time, which is awesome. We're helping doctors do what they want, wherever they want, and that's great because these doctors want to help people which have needs, and at least in America we have a lot of options as far as having doctors available. Some other countries, not so much. So you could donate over there, you can play this. Everything is actually going to help the pinball group and the Pinball Done Quick, and it's just a great program, guys. So Dr. Dude, biggest thing we're trying here is to get to multi-ball as quick as possible. We are going to go for the guitar shots, the Gift of Gab shot, which is that present on the right side. I'm going to call it a present, I don't know if it is. And the left shot we always call is a glove, but it's actually a magnet. For some reason we always thought it was a glove because of the 3 magnets there. We were a kid, we didn't know any better. There is a skill shot there. It's not as important as getting to multi-ball as fast as possible. Bag of Tricks will sometimes give us one of the targets we want, but sometimes not. And my shot's off, but what are you gonna do? That's Gift of Gab. We need one more shot there. Sometimes you get activations from hitting that shot. We weren't so lucky, but we got all the Gift of Gab. And I'm not going for the guitar yet because it's the easiest shot. Although, we missed it, so. Gotta hit the guitar twice, and then it will tell us to mix it up, which we have to hit the ramp. And then we have to hit the shot we just hit, because, you know. Why would we do things in the correct order? Alright, thanks for that, Squeak. seriously, you should be going to sleep. But you want to stick around. Appreciate the help there.
That's the way.
And that's the raid that starts multi-ball. Now, multi-ball, the jackpot does get improved by what we do on the playfield, and those targets on the right side will double the jackpot, as you can see, because we hit them. We got lucky. We go up here and we get enough hits, we get a jackpot. So now we're gonna hit this again. We're gonna try to hit the double jackpot, although it looks like we actually got it. I don't know if we still need to go for it. Yeah, that doubles it all the time. That is nice. We got 1 and 2 here, jeez. We are killing it. And that was wonky, unfortunately. That did not do what we needed it to do.
Hey, baby, can I buy
You could see the ball kind of did a gravity force down into the plunger. You're gonna get that sometimes in Pinball Arcade. It wanted to do something and it tried. Ultimately, you want to do that without losing multi-ball and just keep getting the jackpots and you'll get a good score. Good luck with that. This is another one of those tables like Black Lagoon, Creature from the Black Lagoon, which took me a long time to nail down for these tournaments. Controlling the balls, keeping them on the board, definitely during multi-ball, not an easy thing. So I could only tell you what you're trying to do, what you will do, and what I'm doing right now is not as close as I'd like it to be. But you have a lot of attempts. And hopefully you guys get a... The biggest thing about pinball I always... and games in general, is just improve. You know, you're trying to improve your score. Yeah, it'd be nice to beat me, or beat Lord Squeak, or even beat Barry there. But, beat what you could do originally. That's what you really want to go for. Reflex is a good point set up here as well. It will get us 1,000,000 points, I think, if we could hit that shot. We hit it, 1.25. That's what it gave us. We need one more gift of gab. And then we mix it up and we can get back into multi-ball and maybe score a few more points.
That's the way. That's the way.
Little nudge there puts the ball a little further than we actually wanted.
That's the way.
And this is multi-ball again.
You're a party dude.
Yeah, I mean, if you improve your skill, your score will improve eventually.
Hurry up!
We're actually going for double jackpot right now. I feel like we're only going to get one more shot at this. But now there's no time. We just need to get straight to the jackpot. It's up that ramp. And we've missed it. I don't think we can get there. Our score is 15,904,000. Not a bad score for this time frame. We're going to look at what the top scores are. We already did, but so 15 would have put us in 8th here. As you can see, we were trying to get Wolfenose, who's doing fantastic. I think he's got first on a few tables. Looks like Owl's done pretty well on Dr. Dude. We go down the list, as you can see, there's people which have scored a lot less. Most of them probably don't know how to play this table that well, or just not, you know, that good at the game. But keep in mind, you just need to be in the top 50 to win a laptop, guys. And we only have 44 people which have played Dr. Dudes so far, so hopefully all the tables are unlocked for you guys. We're gonna go to El Dorado. It's gonna be a hell of a table. I really hated this. I think I was second or third when we did our test tournament, and El Dorado was one of them. It's one of the newer tables. It's an EM. EMs were made basically, I believe, in the 60s and 70s. They're all electromagnetic. There's just something different about them. I love the sounds. I love the dings. The counter actually rolls. If you get a chance to play an EM, they're fun to play. You hear the buzzing when the flippers are pushed. You see little sparks when the slingshots happen. It's just an interesting experience, because that's the one thing with pinball, is that it's all mechanical, and you don't get that many interactions anymore. So many things we do now, which used to be mechanical, are now, you know, simplified. Well, not simplified, they're more advanced now, but they're all computers. There's nothing working other than computer chips now. So there's something about it. It's like, you know, your car is still mainly mechanical. There's things which have changed in cars to make it more less moving parts and stuff. But drop targets, pop bumpers, if you've ever looked at the underneath the pinball machine, definitely an EM. There's a lot going on there. El Dorado is a very, very tough game, and I think we actually had lost our mic, and I apologize. I've been trying to explain this. Hopefully my mic wasn't muted this whole time. I'm doing so much work trying to explain the games. That would suck, but it's possible my mic was off for that whole time. So El Dorado has the targets, and then it has the move spots shots. And if you hit the one target that's lit up, you will get 5,000 points. If you hit multiple targets with the 5,000, you will probably not get the 5,000. You will probably just get the normal point structure, which is 500 or 50 or whatever they give you. So you need to be very precise on this game, unlike many other games. We're going to just jump in here. As you can see, we've got a rollover, which also changes the shots, which we forgot about. This is a 5-ball game, so we're not completely in trouble yet. But we do want to try to get those 5,000 shots. And we just hit all of those for no good reason. As you can see, every time we hit one of those targets, it kind of blinks out. It goes, okay, we're registering the points. Got to be careful about nudging here too. So now, trying to do the rollover. There we go, and we got the 5,000 hit. Fortunately, there are not many more shots left. Trying to move that over as soon as possible so we could actually get another 5,000 points. If I nudged another time there, we could have gotten that 5,000 rollover, but I was worried about where we were on our nudging. Now we cleared everything, which means we are back to square one. This is also a machine which you will roll over, and you need to use up all your balls if you roll over. So once again, a rule which is probably not in any of the main things. I've had people message me on PlayStation like, how could you roll over and get that score? And that's why I just straight up tell people, hey, this is the rule. It sucks. I completely agree. I'd rather just keep playing instead of, for the last 20 minutes, worry about where exactly Sorry, I'm concentrating. That I drain all the balls. Because, like, I don't even know where my time frame is. Now, on PC, you thankfully do get the hurry up, or if you want to say thank you. That is the most annoying sound I've had, period. It's that hurry up thing. But it does tell you, hey, you've got 30 minutes left. Or 30 seconds. This is a short tournament. We gotta do things as fast as possible, which means we are probably gonna make more mistakes because we are trying to do things as fast as possible. The nature of the game, I'm afraid. Now, if we do that, we will roll over, which is nice. Another 5,000. Oh yeah, we need to hit that bottom target. That will... As you can see, we are going to roll over here, most likely. Nothing's guaranteed yet. Pretty certain, though. And at this point, if you had the option between 5,000 points and losing the ball, 5,000 points and losing the ball might actually be useful. Little backhand there, got me that shot. We'd like to roll over. If you tilt this machine, the main reason you don't want to tilt this machine is you lose the game. The game ends exactly as soon as you tilt. I've had some top games I've tilted out of, unfortunately. Move that spot. That goes up to the top, which is a great spot to get some 5,000 point rollovers. About to hear that annoying hurry up sound, which will mean we probably want to drain the ball.
Hurry up!
Since this is our fourth ball. And then we're going to try to soft plunge into that 5,000. We missed. Going to try one more time to get it over there. We failed. We should probably just drain since we rolled over. Want to make sure we get our score registered. So there we have it. We'll be at 131,000 since we rolled over. We're going to look at the stats here. 131,000 is going to put us in the top 10, barely. Would have preferred doing a lot better, like 130 and 145. It's a close match, as you can see. We're not that good at this game, so we'll definitely take a top 10. Lord Squeak is happy sitting there going, I beat you, and we don't blame you. Now, I don't know if you actually do have to drain all the balls, because there's a lot of people which have rolled over. It would be nice if Pinball Arcade has fixed that issue. Lord Squeak, if you're still there and you could confirm whether or not you needed to drain the balls after rolling it over, please let me know. Taking a small little break here. We had a lot of pinball today. We had a lot of fun. Got to enjoy Ghostbusters and Twilight Zone, Iron Man, Air Aces, which is an awesome EM, since we're sitting on an EM right now. I really like Air Aces. It's a fun, very simplistic table, more simplistic than this one even. I think it was made earlier. Played some mousing around, and we actually scored some really nice points on mousing around, and then we just could not stop getting replays on Walking Dead. We smashed Walking Dead really well. I am not at SGDQ. They wanted me to show up. I had work and important things to do at home. Was too early for me to go. I do plan on going to TwitchCon. Hopefully they'll be streaming there. Obviously they'll be streaming there, so you'll be able to finally see me in all my glory and see me get my ass kicked by some really good pinball players, but hopefully I could try to keep up. I'm guessing I'll probably be, you know, you saw Rudy today, and Rudy's sitting there, and then you've got Osric, Pinball Joe just smashing even Jack, you know, today. And I'm just like, yeah, there's just such a huge slant of skill level in pinball, but you know what? You're there playing pinball, you're having fun, and everyone has their specialty, which I think is awesome. I'm going to go to Gorgar. Gorgar, not really sure how to score points on this one. Hey, Ultra Mew! Kitty! I am so happy. Welcome, dude. We're playing the MLPinball.com tournament. We're just kind of showing off and discussing strategies. We started off on, I think, Big Shot, and then we worked our way over to Gorgar. We did do Attack from Mars after Big Shot, so we've done that one already. I plan on throwing this on YouTube for you guys to understand the rules of not only the tournament, but the tables and my strategies for each table. I'm not playing too many games, but I have scored a few of the top games as we've played it. I'm pretty proficient at Pinball Arcade, and I'm doing my best. No problem, Stuffy Pie. I will throw this on my YouTube. As always, I have my YouTube channel, my Twitter account down below. I did do some one-handed pinball the other day, which I put on YouTube, Real Pinball. I wanted to see how that is. The camera's a little wonky. I'm sitting there going, well, is this the thing I want to do, and will I get better at it, filming it, and maybe not as wonkiness? Give me your input if you'd like to see more of my one-handed shenanigans. It's about the only way I'm going to be able to record pinball at this time. If you're like, this is just making me sick, don't do it anymore, I'm good with that input too. But just me trying to have some fun and showing off different things on pinball. Alright, so we got Gorgar. Gorgar is the top hip-hop artist ever. Gorgar was the first machine that had speaking. I think he has 7 things he says. He says Gore, Gar, me, hurt, you, and 2 other things. I'm really tired. My YouTube channel is Crazy Kitty Man Voof. If you click the YouTube link down below on my channel, or there's the website there, you'll find it, Barry. Was it comedy? That's awesome. And yeah, thanks for coming by, Stuffy Pie. Thank you for the host. As I said, I was thrilled when I saw your name on the leaderboards of Arabian Nights. I'm like, yes, she's still playing pinball. I hadn't seen you for a while, so, you know, hopefully you're having fun with your Bride of Pinbot and everything else. I don't know if you still are. Maybe you had mechanical issues and it's been more of a headache. That's kind of pinball, unfortunately, but hopefully everything's working better than the nightmare situation that I could see as well. Alright, we're going to start with Gorgar. What we're trying to do is spell Gore and Gar. The drop targets, there's 3 there for Gar, and there's 3 up on the top left for Gore. You hit those enough times, like the snake. You hit the snake, you score a lot of points. You do that a bunch of times, and you win. That is the poem. Yes, Gorgar is an awesome guy. Well, technically he's like a demon, I guess. But you know what? He's just like the Britney Spears of the underworld. wants to be heard. He wants to say just a few syllables and make, you guys happy. So that's what he's gonna do. So you can see we unfortunately drained the first ball. I think I did an okay game earlier, so I'm not really thrilled with pushing this, but this is my strategy for the game. Little dead pass there. Learning how to dead pass and to control the ball without actually flipping is very important, because if you flip at a ball, you're going to increase the speed. And one of the biggest things you want on a pinball machine is to slow down the ball. If you slow down the ball, you can control it better and you can make your shots more accurately. There's also a bonus at the end, and I do apologize, I have lost my chat because my laptop sucks, and that's why we want to win this laptop, get in the top 50, and have a 2% chance at winning an awesome laptop. Wouldn't that be awesome? I honestly just want someone I know to win this laptop, so hopefully you guys win it, guys. One of us has to. One of us will, that's the thing. Alright, that's ball 2. It's hard to see the points on this game. The new UI has kind of been wonky on this table, as you can see. Pinball Arcade will hopefully fix it at some point. But for this, it's 5 minutes of scoring as fast as possible, not worrying about where we're at. We're just going to keep playing. See, you've also got those 1 to 4 targets. I think it lights an extra ball. It might actually light some of the snake up, so we're actually making a mistake not going for it. Like I said, my chat is down right now. I can't see what's going on. Get that save. We're actually going to go for the extra ball there because I don't trust myself in keeping the ball up for another so many minutes. Now, if we get Gorgar enough, or is it the targets that give us the 5,000 per hit? That is actually probably the case. So we're going to go for this 3. Uh-oh. Gorgar's like boom, 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 boom. Game's going to explode. There we go. So that got us our 5,000 per hit. We definitely don't want to drain now. We want to do as much damage as possible in our next minute and 20 seconds. So you can see that 5,000 when lit. I believe that's every drop target we hit is worth 5,000. Which is really big points on this table. And we also will want to drain the ball near the end to get our bonus. Is that 2x? We magically get it to 3x, that'd be awesome, but it's not a priority for me at the moment. Those Gorgar targets we unfortunately drained. And we still got 37 seconds. I tried to nudge it in there, but we couldn't get there. If we get enough of that snake, we'll get, I believe, 100,000. Something like that. It's a lot of points when the whole snake's blinking like that. $13 seconds left. Can we actually get that shot? Does not look like we're There we go. We got it. And now we're going to try to drain it to get our bonus. Did we get there? Looks like we got there. Looks like we scored somewhere around 500,000. Unfortunately, we can't tell, and it doesn't actually tell us what we scored here, which is kind of bad. Gonna get our chat back up now. Scores posted. Alright. So let's see where the scoring is on this. So 500,000 would get you pretty good. I've scored 590 earlier. Again, like I said, I've seen Stuffy Pie around there. We got a few other Wolfenaws. Haven't seen before, but I'm glad he is enjoying this tournament and he is pushing it. Lord Squeak is also getting some nice games. Got Pinball Wiz there at 562. Masked Villain, he is another awesome streamer. He's at 522 on Gorgar. And we got Xerxes there at 495. So 500,000. Pretty good game. If you haven't played this before, you're probably going to get somewhere around 200,000, I'd say, would be a normal game that you're not too familiar with it. But as you improve, you'll get up to 3, 4, and hopefully if you play really quick and really fast, you get those $5,000 point targets and you just smash them, smash them, smash them. As you can see, you could easily get, you can't easily get, but you can get up to 700,000 and probably even better depending on how fast you smash those targets. Harley Davidson. I'm sorry guys, this game's not exactly one which I've enjoyed during tournaments because it's really only one thing you're trying to do and it sucks. Apparently I got a message from Pinball Joe or something like that on these. Amaroku. Yeah, he actually talked to me. I played 82 with Amaroku earlier. He had asked me about my strategies on Arabian Nights and Theater Magic, which we will be getting to shortly. So, watching the video, there we are. I have my chat back up. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. We are going to Harley Davidson. This is one of the newest tables that they have on Pinball Arcade, actually. You have a few others, but they're very, very few that are higher. Or newest, but the Stern app, you're going to have a lot of the newer tables, which are awesome. You're going to have Star Trek and Ghostbusters, and hopefully AC/DC and all those other awesome tables coming soon. So Harley Davidson, you have a lot of options. I don't know what the best option is. I'm going to go with what my option is. We're going to start with 10 million on the skill shot. Maybe you want to go for the Harley multi-ball, maybe you want to go for the cities. This is my strategy, so we're going for video mode, which we have to hit those 4 Harley emblem lights, and then we have to hit that shot we just made. That shot's always worth some points. That is not the emblem we wanted. Wasting time in the pops. Maybe we'll just get to the Harley multi-ball. We'll see. Like I said, we'd like to do video mode. Not really sure how to get that damn target anymore. And we blew it. But 10 million seems to be a solid way to go here. There's our emblem.
You're headed for Salt Lake City.
And this is the Guns N' Roses video mode I found out the other day. I finally played a Guns N' Roses. Same exact one, except you don't get the noise that I heard. I think we blew up there, unfortunately, on the Guns N' Roses. It's going to be the same way each time. I think you get 30 million for completing it
That was an awesome ride.
perfectly, plus these 6 you get during the thing. Although you get an extra ball at first,
Pass is left.
which might
Shoot the pass.
be a negative here, but we're gonna try to complete.
Hey man, shoot the stoplight.
There we go.
And fifth gear. Your speedometer is lit.
We did not want speedometer multi-ball. Oh
Hey,
well.
Hurry up. Time's running out.
Didn't even get a patch. So we're actually gonna go with the strategy and drain all the balls, although 10 million's actually pretty good.
Indianapolis.
Now that we drained a ball, we realize maybe this is a way to go.
Miles to Indianapolis. Hey man, shoot the speedometer. Pat, hurry up. Patch collected. Jackpot. WFO, man.
Get to video mode, and we'll at least get one video mode done. Worth a lot of points. So my strategy might actually not be the optimal strategy to use. It might actually be the other ones. It's going to be a mixture though. We're going to see where we end up at. You can see that's a lot of points in a very short period of time.
Dude, that was an awesome ride.
Although that's another extra ball. Maybe we missed something.
31 miles to New Orleans.
Hurry up!
First gear. Mystery ride.
And do we drain here? That's another good question. I think we're going to drain here and do one more skill shot of 10 million. Hopefully we're at 10 million. We are. We're going to drain and hopefully get another 10 million. Nope, no
New
time.
Orleans.
131 million. Let's see where that puts us. And yeah, I'm thinking we'll know really shortly if that's not the way to go, I think, because we're going to see here, and 130 is nowhere close. That is the strategy for a much longer game, but that one, as you can see, we are not that high on it. We're going to try for speedometer here. I'm still going for 10 million. I think that's the optimal
Salt Lake City.
skill shot.
74 miles to first gear.
But we want to just go straight for speedometer.
Third gear. Fourth gear. Red light. Son, you ain't out of my jurisdiction yet.
And whether you go for this or Harley multi-ball, not really sure.
For red light multi-ball. Salt Lake City. There goes that
unfortunately. Already lost a ball, and we have not hit the damn speedometer yet. Lost another ball.
Indianapolis.
Finally got the speedometer.
Hey, hurry up. Time's running out. You're headed for New Orleans. First gear, 25 miles to New Orleans. New Orleans, 20, second gear. Red light multi-ball.
And here's another multi-ball option, which is the red light option. That's the one nice thing about these tables, is sometimes it's not clear what mode you want to actually go for. Wow, that was a lot of lost balls.
Nice shot. Catch selected. Third gear. You're on your way to Pittsburgh. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. You're set for speedometer motion. B5. Pittsburgh. Hurry up and grab that hat. Yellow light. How's about a kick to the police?
Good night, Lord Squeak. Take care. Thanks for dropping by, dude.
Hurry up. Time's running out.
That's a waste of time, because we don't need the extra ball.
Yellow light.
Still need that speedometer shot.
Speedometer multi-ball.
Although there is a point which you have to wonder if just straightening the ball and going for the skill shots are worth it.
Las Vegas. 40 miles. Hurry, shoot the ramp. Destination, Las Vegas. Las Vegas. St. Louis. Hurry up and grab that hat. You're headed for St. Louis. St. Louis.
Hurry up!
9 miles. Shoot the speedometer. Nice ride. 90.
I'm gonna drain the ball really quick and just go for the 1,000,000 points.
Next stop, St. Louis.
Try to get this 1,000,000 off as soon as possible. We only have a second. Looks like we might have gotten it. We did. So that improved our score to 167. Nothing close to a top score. Might need to go to Harley multi-ball, but it is a top 10 score. 167 puts us in 7th place, right over Wonko. Sorry, Wonko. So the next table is TX Sector, which I believe we already scored a good game. Wow, Amaroku got a 7.3. That is nice. This table's tough because there are a few strategies. The main strategy is obviously to get multi-ball and then start hitting shots. There is a valid point to actually just go for as high a level instead, because in this game you hit shots in order to increase your level, and for each level you get an extra 10,000 points if you hit one of the ramp or the teleport shots. You could also multiply that for as high as 9 by hitting the left drop target by that ramp, the liner data, whatever it is. It's the left drop target there in front of the ramp. And that will multiply the shot by almost 9,000. So you could get almost 1,000,000 points a shot if you're at level 9. So it's definitely pick your own poison. We do like trying to get this teleport shot out of the way at first. We missed it. As you can see, we got the multiplier going down, but what we really want to do is increase our level. That one shot there increased it. What we'd like to do is hit the lit spinner. There's going to be 2 spinners lit. We're going to restart this really quick. Depending on what spinner you're hitting, you're going to get 10,000 points per spin as well. And that spinner right there is lit, so we're getting a lot of points for hitting it. And our mind drifted a second.
Entering trance phaser.
You guys all sign up for the tournament. If you haven't, give me let me know. If you're not familiar with what tournament I'm talking about, it's free to enter. There's prizes. You get to play pinball. So speak up and I'll explain a little more. Otherwise, hopefully you all have been enjoying the tournament. We're at level 4. Which means these are worth 5,000. Now they're worth 450,000 if we were to hit a target right when we hit that. Increase the level. There is a target up there by the pop bumpers that will give you 2 levels. That's why we keep going for the pop bumpers there. We just have been a little unfortunate. That will hit it. You can see we went from 5 to 7.
Lock enabled.
Lock enabled.
Entering trance phaser.
Which means we're still getting a lot of points there. See that pop in points? And then we get a multi-ball. Now, in a normal game, you're going for the extra ball here because you want to play forever, and that's the point. However, it's not going to happen here. Did get to level 4. Sorry, level 5. Now level 6.
Warning, warning.
That ramp shot is a really difficult shot, though. We have so many issues trying to get it.
Warning, 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 warning. Interlink disabled.
There is a
Entering trance
ball
phaser.
save there, as you see. The ball goes in the right out lane. If you hit it right or you nudge it right, you will save the ball, which is awesome. Now we are at 9. Level 9. Might be better to just go for the shot.
Interlink disabled. Lock enabled.
Although we hit the target there and now the lock's enabled. Oops, we unfortunately tilted the machine in our attempt to save the ball. This is a much more touchier machine than a lot of the Pinball Arcade tables. Which is probably a good thing. I like the fact that I actually tilted a machine. That doesn't happen too often. Means I actually need to worry about it. As it should be. Quite often we don't need to worry about it because we're pretty familiar with the tables.
Warning, warning, warning.
And they're pretty, they give a good variance on nudging. But every machine's different. You will find machines which are really tight. And you should learn how to play with them tight or loose.
Warning, hour drain.
Ouch. Well, we are on ball 2. We still have a minute left. This is definitely not a solid game, but we are
Entering transphase.
just having fun.
Reintegration complete.
Warning, 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 warning.
Gonna hear this annoying hurry up, I'm sure, soon.
Hurry
There
up.
it is. Doesn't really change much, but we're gonna unfortunately lose the ball. We got 3 million there. Not a good a display of what you could do in TX Sector, but it wouldn't be a horrible game. It's kind of average. See, there's a lot of lower games as well. It's a tough game, understanding the rules, understanding that the levels give 10,000 more per for your teleport shots, and then if you hit that left target, you could get it times up to 9. So theoretically, you could get 900,000 per shot. And if you get that a few times, you are up there with the top of them. Alright, so Arabian Nights and Theater of Magic. Arabian Nights, we are currently number 2. Pinball Wiz is number 1. I'm going to go with my quick rundown on the strategy. Obviously, you could pick and choose what strategy you think will score points. Mine are pretty solid usually. Didn't work out too well on Harley, as we saw. That is more of a 20-minute strategy, not a 5-minute strategy, and we got hurt by that. Thankfully, you could try as many times as possible. So El Maestro, you might not have been, did you just sign up? If you've just signed up for the tournament, they have to, sign you into it. So if you've gone to the website and signed up, someone has to manually enter you, and I think Farsight has to do a few things on their end to make sure you're able to play as well. So hopefully tomorrow morning, Joe will wake up and get all the entries which have happened overnight in, and you will be able to participate. I do apologize, it's a little wonky. We're trying to work within the means of Farsight and what we're trying to do. So hopefully tomorrow you'll be able to play. If you have any issues, go find Pinball Joe, twitch.tv/PinballJoe. He's streaming 24/7, at least his stream is. He will hopefully have answers for you. If not, hopefully one of those streamers will know what's going on and be able to go, hey, this is the issue, we'll put your name down and get it fixed. Still working out the kinks. It is a free tournament. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Yeah, no problem, El Maestro. I want you to enjoy the tournament and enjoy Pinball Arcade. Like I said, a little wonky. This is not the perfect system we're working on, but we're doing our best. We really are. So, Arabian Nights. I saw Owl playing this earlier, and he's going for modes, and that's kind of what he's going for. Kind of a mode, and then a lightning lamp, and then a mode, and, you know, maybe a multi-ball. This is pinball done quick. It's like, if you were able to get to, I think I have actually rescued the princess within 5 minutes. It's not worth it. You're only getting 20 million points. You saw I already scored 40 million points. You might actually get about 40 million, 40, 50-ish if you save the princess. So that might not be a bad strategy if that's what you're good at. We, however, are going to go for Lightning Lamp and Genie Multi-Ball. I feel this is the quickest 5-minute points we could get. Hera Multi-Ball might work out as well, but I don't think so. The Hera Multi-Ball is you hit that left shot 5 times to activate, and then you build up the value of the jackpot, which is every single trigger you hit, by hitting the pop bumpers. I've done this strategy as far as a long-term score, but I do not think a 5-minute score, that's what's going to work. So we are going to go with our normal strategy of, we had this issue.
The Tale of Sinbad.
I don't know if this is an issue people are having, but yeah, we've had this issue. So we're going to restart. Might just be on us. Now, if we drain, I think it will actually fix this. So if you're running into the same issue I am, that's a way out of it. Just let it drain.
The Great Camel Race.
Now we're going for Lightning Lamp, even though it doesn't really seem like it, because we're missing. There it is.
Great shot.
And we're going for the Genie shots. So Lightning Lamp is activated. It's worth some points, but it's not really what we want right now. We want it to time out. Then we're going to try to hit it again. We got the Genie shot. Drain the ball, which is fine. Hit the flippers to get rid of that as fast as possible. I'm going to try for a lock right here. We failed. We actually completed a mode. That's not going to hurt us too much, other than we probably wasted a little time. Got a lock. Gonna try to hit the Lightning Lamp again.
The Tale of the 40 Thieves.
Oops. That is not what we wanted. We wanted to get the Lightning Lamp going.
Go for the magic.
Ball 2 is locked.
So we could get on level 3 of Lightning Lamp. The Lightning Lamp works very, actually gonna time this out first. I think we will. Might not seem optimal, but actually we still got we reactivated the Lightning Lamp, didn't we? Gonna make the lamp 3x scoring, and then we're gonna start the Genie Multi-Ball. Again, this is our strategy. Yours might vary. But this is where we feel gets the most scores.
Strategy for jackpot.
Now the lamp, fortunately we already lost a ball, so we need to be somewhat careful here. The lamp increases the jackpot as well as gives us a lot of the lightning lamp points. So, but most of the points come from lightning lamp, and so even though we are not going to get jackpots anymore, we got a good 3 million off of that. We could hit the lightning lamp and score a lot of points. Wanted to be one more level on the lightning lamp, which would have worked out in our favor a lot better, I feel. But we're at 21 million right now.
Hurry up!
Now the other question is, should we worry about bonus? I don't know if we've hit enough for bonus to be worthwhile. Apparently we're starting multi-ball again, which will give us a few more shots at the lamp and a few more jackpots, hopefully. Very quick. Very quick. That's the goal. Only got 27 million there. Was not an optimal Arabian Nights score, but as you can see, 27 would still be a top 10 score. And you know, you make a few solid attempts at it. Hopefully you find a way to get points. That's the main goal. So, and this should be the one which has been played the most. As you can see, a good amount of people are in the 10s, 12s, 15s. A few people, obviously, are not that skilled at pinball, but they are here to have fun, I hope. And you know what? Everyone on this table is in the top 50. That means you all have a shot at a laptop if you are able to hold that on all the tables. So keep on playing. Hopefully you guys could improve enough to keep in the top 50. Theater of Magic is the last one. And my buddy Amaroku's like, how do I score points in this? And my response was, go for the kitty. I love kitties, I am crazy kitty man, and this is how you score points on this game. This was my very first game I scored high on Pinball Arcade. I was actually first about 4 or 5 years ago on this. It's been a long time. But we scored a top game on this, and then we kind of have let it go by the wayside. But hopefully we could still do good on it. Our goal is to get Tiger Saw multi-ball and just keep getting jackpots. That's our goal. Whether or not we get there or not, we'll find out.
Hocus pocus.
Don't really care about that skill shot so much. It would have been nice. We're actually not even hitting the shot we need, so we are gonna restart this. But that's the shot we want. You hit it 3 times. We're gonna actually play this. We're gonna vanish, see how far we can get on a bad start. So that actually finished fast. So to unfinish the ball and start a Tiger Saw multi-ball, we have to hit up that shot, which is blinking blue up there. Not that shot. There we go. So now, want to hit the Tiger Saw shot multiple times. And as you can see, I cradle one ball because we'd like to stay in this mode as much as possible. Finally took. So first shot is 30 million. This shot's going to be 40 million. And we just lost the ball. That is not what we wanted. That shot was 50 million. So we're already up to 210 million on this game.
Hocus pocus.
Theater complete.
Might as well get a theater jackpot if we could hit it for 50 million.
Hurry up.
Shoot up the center staircase.
We are off. And that's going to happen.
Tonight's performance is about to begin.
Shoot for the magic trunk.
Drain, but we get a nice bonus here probably. 21 million. Not really too worried about that because we want another shot at the Tiger Saw multi-ball.
You have the magic.
Obviously, 5 minutes, we probably need to start one Tiger Saw multi-ball and keep it up
Safe escape.
in order to get a top score.
Go for the center loop. The rope is breaking. Go for the center loop.
Mode scores some good points too, though.
Vanish.
Just getting this multi-ball is worth a lot of points too, though, so.
Shoot for the captive ball.
Oops. We already lost the damn ball. This is not going to work out. Since this is the last game of the night, we are going to try to make it work.
Tiger Saw.
And as you can see, that starts Tiger Saw if you don't hit anything else at first. Which is perfect because we want to hit that shot. And then it's worth points while we're hitting it. And there's a kitty buzzsawing people in boxes, which is amazing. Who does not want to be cut in half by a kitty in a hat? Well, we missed our third shot on that, but we scored some good points. Gonna vanish the ball here, get 40 more. And try to get as many points as possible during this multi-ball.
1 o'clock. Tiger Saw jackpot.
We're not gonna cradle up, this is pinball done quick.
Tiger Saw jackpot.
And we're gonna pay for it.
Theater complete. Shoot for the trunk. Hurry up.
51 million off of the
Straight jacket escape.
Shoot for the jets.
hurry up.
Dazzling.
You must break free. magic trunk. You must concentrate.
Going for modes might actually not be a bad way to go if you're really good at hitting modes.
Time is running out.
There is also the a strategy where you do not play on DX11, but you play on DX9, and that changes some of the shots around a little.
Vanish.
Might consider that.
Careful. The basement is full of wonders. Shoot for the captive ball.
Hahaha. We'll just fail on this. But I've given you guys my input on how you could possibly do well on this.
You have the magic.
I always suggest everyone try other things. You know, view the table rule set or what you're good at, and do that. Because if you're not good at doing Tiger Saw jackpots, which obviously I'm not right now, you're wasting a bunch of time. Go with your strengths and get the best scores possible with what you can do. Maybe it's gain this theater award every time. How many theater awards can you get in 5 minutes?
Shoot for the right staircase.
Maybe it's going for the multi-ball. Or the modes.
Lock is lit.
Go for the center loop.
Or the spring loop. Kitty.
You must concentrate.
Hurry up!
The first ball is lost.
You have the magic.
I'm gonna just drain the ball here,
The second ball is lost.
so I could get my bonus. Because bonus is 34 million.
Replay.
Hopefully that gave it to me fast enough. 616. It's not our 1 billion, but 616 definitely gets you in the top 20. And hopefully that's helped you guys out a bit. So again, mlpinball.com, check it out. If you're running into issues, go talk to Pinball Joe. Tournament section is right here. Controller, official tournaments. And then you could go look at your scores here. Attack from Mars, we took number 1 in this demo. In Big Shot, we didn't score that, but we scored roughly 170. So I explained my strategy there. In Creature from the Black Lagoon, we only scored 6, but we missed the Super Jackpot, which would have pushed us up past Owl. And then if we were able to get a Jackpot and a Super Jackpot again, we would have been up here. Dr. Dude, we scored, I think we scored 15 or 17-ish. Showed you my strategy on Dr. Dude. So again, take your own strategies, figure it out, try to get the best score in 5 minutes. Maybe there's something I'm not aware of. El Dorado, we did not do that good. But we did score a top 10 here. With a few more shots. Like 130 and 150 are just 4 shots. And then 150 to 170 is another 4 shots. It's a really tight game. It's going to be a tightly contested bracket. Gorgar, we scored somewhere around 500-ish. Gave you our strategies on that. We have scored as high as 590 in another game earlier. I think I only played one game on it, but depending on how fast you get your 5,000 drop target shots, you could definitely get upwards to 700 plus thousand. Harley, we made an attempt using video mode, which was not the attempt we needed for 5 minutes. So we then went with one of the multi-balls, scored 167 million. We get more shots, we might actually score more than that. Obviously, Pinball Wiz knows what he's doing on that, or put a lot of time in it. Looks like a few other people, including Wolf and Oz, who has done quite a bit of good stuff. Doing well on these. Arabian Nights, I think we only scored 20-ish, but we gave you our strat, which got us our 36 million, which could get you more. And Theater of Magic, we showed you the strategy, which got us $1 billion. We only scored 600-ish. Still gonna get you a good score. TX Sector, we kind of explained it. We didn't score that great, but hopefully it will help you. And Attack from Mars, if we haven't already said, we got first on it with our strategy on it. But that's it, guys. Hopefully this video and stream helps you guys. Once again, mlpinball.com. Go check out the free tournament and go support both Games Done Quickly and Pinball Done Quickly over the next few days. Going to charity and helping out a lot of people, and just your support, just watching and being positive in the channels is worth so much. So go out there, go enjoy pinball, and go enjoy life, games, everything. Kitties. Take care, guys. Have a good night.